Hello, and welcome to part 2 of a three-part series overviewing the Public Education and Recreation Levy, which will be voted on by Saydel residents on September 13th. In part 1, we learned what PERL is. In this part, we'll learn the intended uses of PERL in Saydel, and in part 3, we'll discuss the tax impact of PERL should it be approved on September 13th. Welcome to part 2. If approved on September 13th, it would offer $95,000 per year to support public education and recreation initiatives within the district for citizens and students of all ages. It can only be spent within the intended uses provided by the levy. These are set by the state, so we can only use this money to support public education and recreation initiatives. Creation, organization, and staffing of public education and recreation initiatives is the primary purpose of the PERL. PERL also provides funding to support facility and resource enhancements to areas utilized primarily for general public or non-school related activities. How will the money be spent? The chart on the right shows the breakdown of how PERL will be spent. 58% of PERL will be spent on projects that will enhance the grounds and the facilities used by the public that are on school property. The other 42% will be used in staffing a Department of Community Education to create and expand programs for citizens of all ages of Saydel. The main purpose of the staffing is to perform the following functions, which members of other organizations have determined are difficulties in maintaining organizational viability. They will coordinate the Board of Community Education, enforce player and volunteer expectations as outlined in the Board of Community Education Handbook. This function is currently done by volunteers in existing organizations. They will conduct volunteer screening, volunteer training, which could include coaching clinics, volunteer coordination and scheduling, event scheduling, recommend site and facility improvement needs to enhance the community education program. They will coordinate participant sign-up, act as a financial liaison between the Board of Community Education, individual programs, and the district, provide program promotion, development, and communication using district resources, ensure program safety and legal compliance, and also staff facilities during events. The approval of fund expenditures comes from the Board of Education. They will approve the staffing, any capital projects, with recommendations from the Board of Community Education and the Department of Community Education staffing. What will be the work of the Board of Community Education? There are four main purposes for the work of this board: to develop sustainable programming based on the needs identified by the community, provide safe activities with high-quality volunteers, sustain and enhance current programming, and increase access for greater community to engage with the school community. Other schools also have PERL. This is an example of the Des Moines Public website for the Community Education Department, offering programs for youth, adults, and communities. It's our intent to offer these programs to these groups as well. Urbandale Community School District offers a variety of other opportunities broken down by category. Here are some select categories from their website. Both of these school districts utilize PERL to support community education initiatives. Intended outcomes for the Community Board of Education based on the needs assessment done by the Opportunities Committee and the survey that's available on the PERL information on our website. First of all, enhance support for current activities. How can we assist current activities that are operating within the district, such as Saydel Little League, Saydel Youth Wrestling, Saydel Youth Basketball, or Saydel Youth Football? This is not an inclusive list, but these are examples of activities which can be provided support from the PERL. Also, enhance Saydel identity for youth participating in local or regional programs that are not offered within the district or cannot be offered through community ed. The goal here is to provide an identity for students participating outside of the district. Identify new programming for K-6 youth. Early survey results indicate an interest in youth volleyball, tennis, music lessons, drama, and theater opportunities. Also, increase facility access, such as expanding access for the community and students to fitness and activity spaces beyond school and practice hours. And also, to identify new programming for adult community members. Survey results indicate an interest in community education in the areas of technology and special interests such as hobbies. Also, fitness and health, which can also be achieved through the facility access increase, and athletic leagues. In Part 1, we learned about PERL. In Part 2, we learned about the intended uses of PERL. Please visit Part 3 to identify the tax impact if PERL should be approved on September 13th. Again, you can access more information on the school website through the special link, which is provided voter information. You can also follow the school district on Facebook and call the district office or send an email to pearlquestions@saydel.net. Thank you for listening to Part 2.